What's the deal, YouTube? It's your girl, Miss Honey. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Happy hump day, everybody. It is Wednesday. That means we are here for our Queen Sugar review. It is 11 o'clock at night. I just finished watching the episode. And typically I go and put on just a smidge of makeup and earrings and take my pajama top off. But not today. You know why? I was really disappointed in this episode, you guys. Like, I don't know what's going on with Queen Sugar. Like, what is happening? If you're new to my channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Go ahead and hit that notification bell. You don't want to miss a video. Go ahead and give me a thumbs up, you guys. And share this video. And don't forget to comment down below, everybody. Please, listen. This is Queen Sugar Season 3, Episode 8. Come, Clad in Peace. First of all, when y'all left us last week, it was a big moment. We find out that the Landrys trying to put a private penitentiary there on the Bordelons land. But first they got to commandeer the land. You got all the family members together. And listen, everybody still got to go to work. Everybody still got to tend to their family. Everybody still got to tend to their business. But we don't even really bring it up good in this. I mean, we had some moments, but I don't know. I want to see us formulate some plans. Y'all can tell if y'all watch my power review, I'm not really into splinters. You know, when it come time to fight a formidable foe, I'm about everybody coming together and let's get this done. You know what I'm saying? Let's work this out. Where's the caper? Where's the scheme? Well, I mean, like I said, I know everybody got to live their own life. But anyway, the episode opened with Charlie. She goes by to see Proctor. He's supposed to be moving like that day. Like he's supposed to be already packed up in the moving truck there, you know, that day. But he's just really ignoring it, like a lot of seniors do. You know what I'm saying? They just really don't want to deal with the situation. So she volunteers to go ahead and help him by packing it up. And she invites Nova and Ralph Angel over. And they, out of the kindness of their heart and just thoughtfulness, good nature, community, goodwill, they consider Prosper family. And they go over, the three of them, and pack the house up, get the house all packed up. Now this gives them an opportunity to talk, to come together with one another. We see Charlie give Ralph Angel some sage advice about his a later meeting that he's having with Darla about sharing time with Blue. And she says, you know what I'm saying, stick to the schedule, keep it simple, and put Blue first. Good advice, great advice. But okay. Later we see her and Nova packing up the kitchen, and she asks Nova about this mystery man, and Nova blows it off. Just me and my laptop, and you know, that's all we got going on right here. No big whoop-de-whoop. I was like, okay. We see that Charlie takes Prosper in. Later on, after they get the house packed up, she got his bags by the front door and waiting on the daughter to come. He told the daughter not to come. Okay, these are the shenanigans. These are the elderly shenanigans. This is why you kind of have to take over. You got to do it with love. You got to lead them their dignity. You got to kind of be slick about it. Make them think it's their own idea. But you most definitely have to be in charge, because they will ignore and they will undermine, and they'll go around and try to do some things on their own, trying to maintain a sense of independence. I don't need nobody. I'm going to get a room and house. She was like, no, I'm not leaving here without you, sir. You coming home with me. You just like your daddy. She said, thank you so much. It's a good moment. It's a good moment, and I'm proud of Charlie for this. Later on, after she done got Prosper in the house and settled in, she and this like day 2 that he's there, Nova comes over, and Nova has a manila envelope, and in that manila envelope some pictures she got from some of her connections. some alumni from some schools that she went to, a friend went to, and Jacob Boudreaux went to, the EPA guy went to, and her and Charlie working together to see how much they can find out about this whole EPA dirty soil business. Come to find out, it's all fraudulent. The guy that's working for the EPA and doing the survey, they gonna try to get the Bordelons land by calling the soil dirty and bringing the EPA in. The government gonna move them out that way. That, you see what I'm saying? Yeah. Now y'all know the EPA is Scott Pruitt. Y'all remember Scott Pruitt? He had to resign because he around there trying to get dirty mattresses from Trump Towers and get his wife Chick-fil-A franchises, and around here buying $350,000 phone booths for his office. Like, yeah, that's Scott Pruitt, that EPA. Okay, they're gonna try to kick the Bordelons off their land and take that land and put a private penitentiary on it, which, you know, it ain't nothing but a business. Okay, legalized slavery. So Nova gonna call some few more connections and work it out. And Charlie lets her in, lets her help, you know what I'm saying? Gets her involved, and I appreciate that. Still at the same time, I don't know, I got a sense of urgency in my spirit that I'm not seeing from the Bordelons. Namely, Ralph Angel. But we're gonna talk about Ralph Angel in a second. Let's talk about Micah. Micah and his friends, they at their house. You know, the kids always want to be at the nice house with all the food. That's Micah's house. Okay, he's showing them pictures of when they've been going around town, this thing and that thing, and taking photos. What I like about this, the scene with Micah and his friends, his activism friends, is that they shoot it kind of like they're in the 60s or 70s, like the way the colors are kind of muted and dull, the hairstyles are kind of have you know, a lot of roundness to them. The young lady that is with them always sort of looks very fresh faced, very Rosa Parks-ish. Even Micah, like the brightness in his skin is toned down a little bit, like 1960s or 70s movie color, you know, that type of thing. I like it. I like it a lot. I like the clothes aren't like retro, like they're not wearing 70s clothes, but they're wearing clothes that are kind of reminiscent of that time period where, you know, it was Black Power, was, you know, Black unity, you know what I'm saying? Let's fight the power type thing. Like it always gives me a real retro feel. Okay, so they discussing what their plans are. The more they look at these pictures, these white folk dressed back in these old plantation style outfits, and the fact that they got actual black people walking around as slaves, the activism kids get more and more fired up about it. So they make a plan. They're gonna go and they're gonna paint all over the lawn and the buildings and everything in red paint, like it's blood. Like, this is the blood of our ancestors. This land is, you know, y'all walking on bloody land. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a really, really good idea. It's a good thought process, but it probably is not something they should be doing outright, especially considering it is trespassing and vandalism. You know what I'm saying? And they agree that Micah's gonna be the lookout. The young lady's gonna do the tag, and all the other dudes gonna do tagging, and they gonna take a spot, and they just gonna really, really do it up big. And of course, the plan sounds like it's great. The plan sounds like it's gonna go swimmingly, but best laid plans, right? Best laid plans. We already know this is gonna take a turn some type of way. And Micah, when they ask him, "You in?" You know, when they make the plan, you know, he has this flashback to the police officer situation and being handcuffed and being brutalized and victimized and all of that. And he says, "Yeah, I'm in. Count me in." So now that Prosper's living there, Micah welcomes him in. "I'm glad you're here," all of that. I was just waiting because they had came back. The friends came back to the house a couple of times. I was waiting for them to run into Prosper. I just felt like it would be a moment for them and for Prosper, you know, because he feeling some type of way. Later on, we see where Charlie goes in and wakes Prosper up and gets him to bed. Like, she's taking on a caregiver role with Prosper. And I was hoping that Micah it would be a moment, and there still might be, with him being there and seeing the kids there and them just trying to trying to call upon some past part of themselves that fought, that spoke up, that was not going to be silenced. Like, they're trying to call that up in themselves, and they need some guidance. Like, he would be a good bit of guidance, you know what I mean, in my opinion. We see Aunt Vi, and when Prosper's leaving the moving day to go out, he going to meet Vi. So he headed down to meet Vi at the High Yellow. Vi already there, and she giving her proposal, her pitch about a pie shop to two of her ex-co-workers. And they think it's good. She does it. It's spot on. It's a great, great presentation. Later on, when she goes see Mr. Grocery Man to give him the presentation, that she don't want to do this 60-40 thing. She want to have her pies not only in the grocery stores, but she want to have a storefront. She has a horrible episode with lupus. Yeah, she can't breathe. She's hot. She's kind of, she needs help. She can't stand up. She woozes. She dizzy. The man takes her home. Next day, he comes over with soup from his wife. You know what I'm saying? Now, this what they do. This what they do. They don't go 0 to 60 right away. A lot of times, especially if it's something that benefits them, they will come alongside of you, make soup. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's something in this for him. Like, I'm not saying he's not a kind man. I'm just saying it's something in this for him. He's got an investment. My investors, a big investment in getting you to do this the way he wants you to do this. My investors are chomping at the bit. So I'm ready to get started. I hope you can get yourself together and feel better. And she goes ahead and tells him that she's been diagnosed with lupus, and that she's working on it every day, and it's not going fit with the business. And something changes. Something changes. He get dry. He get anxious. He ain't got time to stay. He don't want to talk about that soup. Just take care of yourself. Feel better. We'll talk about business later. But I thought you said the investors was chomping at the bit. Yeah. Don't worry about it. I'll handle them. You go on. Because what he's seeing is that you ain't going to be able to make these pies like I want you to make these pies and do what I want you to do. And you got lupus. He probably also thinking to himself, hell, I should have asked 70-30 if I knew the woman wasn't gonna be a good healthy, strong candidate. You know what I'm saying? I knew she wasn't gonna be able to pull a plow. I wouldn't have never paid for this nag. That's how I took it. That's how I took it. Anyway, like I said, he got dry and got real skittish and got on up out of there. And about the look on Vi's face, she felt the same way I did. He was seeing her as weak and not as valuable now that she's told him this. We don't know yet. We don't know yet. We shall soon see. So that's Vi. She does have a good moment with Prosper. And she talks to Prosper, and she just tells him, I know you're going through some things. He said, I don't want to talk about it. She said, but would you tell me? Would you let me help? Would you let me in? We family. It's a good moment. It's a good moment. I hope this thing isn't going south with Prosper. I'd like to see Prosper's character stay around a little bit longer. Okay, so let's talk about Ralph Angel. We won't talk specifically about Nova, except how she weaves in with these other characters. Nova, this was one of the first episodes we've seen, at least this season, where Nova has sort of put herself aside. I think she's learned a little bit from talking to different people, that everybody has a different story and different perspective where her parents and her dad and the land were concerned. And so she's taking a moment to listen to people and talk to people and interact with people in her family. From Charlie, her and Charlie had a rough patch there when she found out about Charlie's scheme. And she is keeping something from her, but she's involving herself. So we're going to talk about her in perspective to some of the other characters, which brings us to Ralph Angel. Ralph Angel helps his sisters pack up Prosper's house. Then he goes to see Darla. And Darla's showing him around the house. Like I said last time, that house Darla living in is beautiful. It's beautiful. Come to find out her mom and daddy helped to get the house, which, like, so what? She got a good job. He got a new car. He see that she done did the house up real nice. Like I said, it's a beautiful, beautiful older home. And Blue's room is magnificent. You can tell she put all of her love and anxiety and feelings of inadequacy and loss and grief into that room. It's beautifully done. And she's very, very proud of it. And I think she wanted Ralph Angel to be proud of it too. Of course, she wanted Blue to love it. And she said, well, we worked on it together. And he says, this is all the things that we talked about. Remember, they were supposed to all be a family. Okay, and do Blue's room up back at the farm. Now, but they separate. But Darla didn't slink away into the gully. She didn't go and get high and get strung out again and begin hooking again and being crackish. She didn't disappear and just let the Bordelons have Blue. She's back and she's strong. She's got a car and a job and a nice home, and yes, her parents helped her with that. When he sees Kenya there, when he sees Kenya sitting up there on that bed, he realizes Blue considers this home too, because ain't no way Blue would have left Kenya there. If he was not feeling this spot that Darla done put together for him, trust me, Kenya would not be there. When he sees Kenya, something snaps in Ralph Angel, and he just starts getting a little snippy with her. She's going over the schedule, Darla, and she's saying that I think we could do this and this and this, and then we could do holidays, PTAs, and da-da-da-da-da-da. Y'all know she's in administration. So she's got a solid plan wrote down there. And he starts in. You know, she wants to, you know, he wants a key. You got a key to my place. You can come out there and get a place, this key, you know, a key to this place. So me and Blue don't have to wait on you to get home from work. We can come on in. And she was like, okay, all right. Yes, you know, quite possibly. Yes, it's, I will get you a key. You know, everything's copacetic right now. Then she said she want more time with Blue. She really thinks their time should be 50-50. He said, oh, no, it's too soon. What if this? What about Blue? What if Blue ain't ready? And what if? You know what I'm saying? Like, he is just like, no. No. You trying to ease my son away from me. And she ups the ante. She said, you can't have no new friends. You can't have no new friends. I can't have no time. I'm a bad influence. What about Benny? What about this other person? You can't bring this new person, Tran, Trick, whatever her name is. You can't bring her around my son. She's a friend from work, and I tell you, okay, yeah, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So he goes in and like, your parents, you got all this, and your parents helped, and you come back here, and you think you so such and much. And she said, what about you? Okay, if I'm not mistaken, the house you living in, it was given to you by your daddy. Okay, blow for blow, she meets him. Snip for snip, she meets him. Nasty comment for nasty comment, she meets him. Darla has had it. I told y'all this was coming. Darla has had it. She stood up. She asked him to show himself out. Good day, sir. I say good day. Okay, and whether y'all like it or not, good, bad, or indifferent, this is what Darla's supposed to do. She's not supposed to let anybody intimidate her. She's supposed to fight to see her son as much as she possibly can. It's not her fault that Ralph Angel is having this super duper hard time with this situation. And I'm with her. How much more? How much more? How much you need blood? You need my kidney? You got my firstborn son. You know what I'm saying? Like, cut the girl some slack. She was on crack. She was whack, but she not no more. She made a mistake. I have made mistakes. You have made mistakes. I really would like us to move on with this Darla bull crap, but no. Later on, we see Ralph Angel go around in the Trinity to pick up his check, and he kind of short and kind of dry with her, and she feels some type of way. So we see him at home on that yak, sitting on the floor in Blue's room drinking that yak. Y'all know Ralph Angel love to stew. In walks Nova, and Nova gives him some word. I'm thinking I'm gonna take up a new shift and paint Blue's room. I want him to have everything he needs and do for him like Daddy did for me. I want to pick up a couple of extra shifts. So she said, you just not gonna sleep? Like, you just gonna run yourself into the ground? Blue loves you. Blue has everything he needs right now. What about the farm? You got to take care of the farm. Well, Daddy did it for me, and I'm going to do it for Blue. Listen, Daddy almost killed himself, okay? Everything came down crashing around his ears. He struggled with this land, okay, and holding on to it and keeping his head afloat and being a father, he almost killed himself over it. Thank goodness for Prosper coming and talking to him and the Lord's grace and mercy that he didn't do it. And Ralph Angel sees, don't try to be no martyr. Don't try to be no martyr, okay, to do stuff and things. Be quality, okay? Get along with the boy's mama and see won't that do wonders for the boy. You ain't got to do all that what you trying to do. Just get along with his mama. Okay, try to put some pieces of this family back together with some respect. Focus on that. Focus on saving this Mickey Fricky land and your son's legacy. That's what you can be focused on, sir. All right, but instead, what do we see? Ralph Angel go over there and sit next to old Trin. He got to make Trin feel better because Trin felt some type of way. You all right from the other day? I think, yeah, I'm better now. You know, my brother said you wanted to pick up some more shifts. No, not right now. Not right now. It's not a good time. I've been talking to Blue and Aunt Vi about that rock garden. They dying to see it. And she was like, yeah, that'll be nice. And he was like, oh, he just goes through a piece or just grabs her hand and holds her hand tight and all of that. And she nuzzles down on his arm and comforts him and puts the warmth of her body and the weight. You see, he ain't got to worry about her outdoing him because she get low. She know her place. Yeah, she know her place. You need me to be your strength right now. You need me to undergird you and strengthen you and tell you you can do it. Who coming to save you, Ralph Angel? Nobody. Huh? Who gonna deliver you from this? You and your siblings need to get together and figure out what y'all gonna do. What is the caper that y'all gonna do? Y'all need to be bringing Darla in. Y'all should have had Darla in over there as a secretary at the daggum Landrys. That's what y'all should be doing. Y'all should have Micah skulking around taking pictures of everything that's going on. But no, I don't understand it. I don't understand it. I don't understand it's not coming together. Anyway, like I said, there is very little mention of this whole Landry thing except for these brief couple of conversations between Charlie and Nova about it and some of the things that they found out. And I'm disappointed. I was hoping that we could move forward. When I saw the kids all getting along, helping Prosper and all that, I thought, okay, they finna come together and get these Landrys all the way together. But it just doesn't seem like it's headed in that direction. It seems like there's going to be a lot of little weak places that the Landry will be able to get into. And I'm worried about that. I'm really, really worried about that. You guys, that is it. That is all. That's all. That's Queen Sugar. That is come, clad in peace. That is all. That is the scope of this episode. We see, like I said, Nova put Prosper to bed. Ralph Angel made up with Trin, just made her feel a little better. Micah's on his way to get into some trouble. Aunt Vi's gonna have to make a decision. Who's coming to save you, Aunt Vi? Nobody. Who's coming to save you? You. Okay? Let this man have his store and you have yours. You don't have to go into business with him. And if it's your business, you out sick, then you out sick. You ain't got to worry about answering to nobody if it's your business. I think that's where Vi is moving. You guys, that is literally it. That is all for Queen Sugar. Y'all tell me what y'all think about this episode. Put it down below. Until next time, honeybees. Mwah, mwah, mwah.